What's happening, everyone? If you're feeling like your poor posture throughout the day as you're sitting working at your desk is bleeding into your performance as you go play, as you go train, as you go do whatever physical activities later in the day after you're done with work, if you're feeling like your posture is affecting that, then this video is for you, because I'm going to give you one simple exercise that you can do throughout the day as you work to basically revamp your posture and get you in a nice aligned state, so that when you go do your physical activities after work, you're now feeling good. You're now feeling nice and activated and aligned, and you're primed and ready to go, so that you don't need to spend 60 minutes warming up. You can just get right into things, maybe a little bit of activation, but if you just keep your alignment nice and healthy throughout the day, then you don't need to spend all that time doing that prehab work before you actually get into the activities that you want to be doing. So it's going to be a simple standing posture exercise. You're just going to grab 2 dumbbells. You don't need to go super heavy, and I'm going to show you a couple different variations that you can do. The first one is to stand with the dumbbells to the side. It's going to be really simple, guys. So you can watch my standing posture videos to get a little bit of a deeper insight into how to execute this better. But basically, you're just going to hold these dumbbells to your side and hold really good posture. So first off, I'm making sure from the bottom my feet are nice and straight. Again, straight is going to look a little bit pigeon-toed because the 4 feet are jutting inwards. And then with my knees, I'm going to make sure that if they do feel like they're caving in a little bit, I'm going to make sure I find that nice external rotation through my hips and through my feet into the ground, so that I can get my knees in nice alignment with the rest of my legs. From there, my glutes are already pretty active. I'm nice and engaged. I'm tall onto my femur bones, like in the socket themselves. I'm creating a nice space and getting tall on them. And then from here, I'm just going to think about my mid spine. I'm going to really bring attention to that area between my scapula, and I'm really thinking about, as I keep my lower core engaged, as I keep my feet externally rotated into the ground, I'm also squeezing these dumbbells nice and tightly. I'm going to think of elongating that mid-spine area. I'm going to think of really decompressing it up to the sky and really creating space in between each of those individual vertebrae. And what that'll do is it'll make my chest nice and big. And it'll also help you get your shoulders wider, so you're now creating space in between your shoulder joints as well. And you're going to find that your traps, instead of being in this position where they're loaded so much, they're going to now actually disperse the load more evenly through the pecs, through the lats, through your core. And you're going to find that you make this superhero position. Basically, you're going to have this nice big chest out without flaring your ribs. You're going to have these nice broad and wide shoulders that are going to make you look like a beast, in addition to helping you feel like one. So that's the very first exercise, the very first variation. And all you want to do there, guys, is just sit there and breathe. You want to sit there, take some nice exhales, take inhales. You're going to do full breaths, and you're just going to feel how with every breath you get more and more connected to your entire core, to your entire torso. And you're just going to work on a couple of those different cues, intentions, really internalizing them, really adjusting your body, making those micro adjustments, not overthinking it, but really making sure that you're feeling it and making sure that you're actually incorporating those principles from the standpoint of your feeling, your sensory mechanisms, not your visual or your thought mechanisms. So that's the very first one. Second one you can do is just going to be a bicep curl. You're just holding this bicep curl, and same thing. You're getting your shoulders in position. Now, this one is going to be pretty taxing on the upper body. It's pretty tough. Just holding this here like this. You want to make sure you're not letting the hands go out too far. You want to make sure the elbows don't come out too far. You want to make sure everything's in alignment. The elbows also aren't stuck to the body like this. Look at what it does, like with my shoulders. I'm shrugging them. You want to make sure shoulders are still nice and relaxed. I'm still nice and tall through the feet, through the femurs where they're sitting in their sockets. And then again, I'm bringing awareness to my mid spine. Getting that nice and tall. And at a certain point, you should feel your pecs load up quite nicely. They should be working together with the biceps to hold that weight up. That's really what you should be feeling for, those pecs coming on without having the shoulders rounded forward. You don't want to pull the shoulders back and retract the shoulder blades, but you do want to make sure that the shoulders sit in their rightful position. And that will simply come from finding the right spinal positioning. If you get your head and neck nice and tall and you really bring your awareness to the mid spine in the right way, then the shoulders are naturally going to sit in the right position. From there, the last variation is going to be a front curled position. So basically, what you're going to do is shoulders at 90, elbows at 90, and you're going to do exactly the same things, except this one is going to work your shoulders like crazy. Really, you should feel it in your whole upper body. This one might be the most difficult. The other one, the second one I showed you, this one is pretty difficult as well, but this one probably takes the cake. It's going to really, really force you to engage that mid-spine area. So instead of being stuck in this position all the time, you're going to now be able to extend at that T-spine without letting the rib cage flare, without this excessive lumbar curvature. You're now going to be able to stay in this nice, tall position and at the same time get that chest nice and big and tall. And that's what's going to help me get into my lats. It's going to help me find support from the rest of my core, and it's just going to make me more structurally sound. So those are the 3 variation, guys. Practice those. Practice them at different cadences throughout the day. Maybe you find that your best cadence is every hour, or maybe it's every couple of hours. You just want to find the frequency for you that keeps your body feeling good, and also your mind, because the mental and the physical side of things in terms of tension go hand in hand. If you're super stressed in your mind, then you're going to be super stressed and tense in your body. If you're stressed and tense in your body, you're going to probably be stressed in your mind. So do these exercises to not only make sure that your body is feeling good, feeling aligned, so that when you go play your sports later, you're in a good place physically, you feel aligned, you feel connected, but you're also in a good place mentally as well. You keep yourself clear, stress-free. I like to use these as a little reset between work. I do them and boom, I'm ready to go. I'm energized. Even right now, I feel like I just took a shot of espresso after just focusing on good posture, getting my spine in alignment. So try those out, guys. Put down some comments if you want to about how your experience was with this, and let me know how it goes.